There's nothing more painful than giving your heart to someone who doesn't value it. You try, you show up, you give your time, your energy, your emotions, and in return, she gives you excuses, silence, or worse, indifference. But here's the truth most men never realize. A woman doesn't always say she doesn't value you. She shows it in subtle psychological ways. So today, we're going to uncover the 5 powerful behaviors of a woman who no longer values you. Or maybe never did. And by the end of this video, you'll see the truth with crystal clarity. And you'll know exactly what to do next. Because sometimes, walking away is the most powerful move you'll ever make. Behavior number 1. She no longer respects your time or presence. Narrator. Respect is the foundation of all healthy relationships. And when a woman starts losing respect for you, she won't always tell you directly. Instead, she'll show it in how she treats your time. She'll start showing up late. She'll cancel plans last minute, but expect you to understand. She'll take hours, maybe days, to reply to your messages. Yet the moment she needs something, she expects you to respond instantly. That's not love. That's entitlement. Psychologically, this happens when a woman starts seeing you as someone who will always be there, no matter how little she gives back. And the moment she senses you won't leave, her respect begins to fade. Narrator pauses. Here's the tough truth. People don't value what comes too easily. If you never enforce boundaries, you're silently teaching her that your time means nothing. Transition. So if she's always too busy for you or only calls when she's bored, that's not a sign of love. It's a sign of lost respect. And once respect dies, love doesn't stay long after. Behavior number 2. Her words don't match her actions. Narrator. This one is subtle, but it's the biggest red flag of all. She says she cares about you, but her actions tell a different story. She says she loves you, but doesn't prioritize you. She says she wants a future with you, but makes no real effort to build it. That's what psychologists call verbal validation without emotional investment. It means she's giving you just enough words to keep you emotionally hooked, while doing the bare minimum to maintain control. Narrator, slowly. Let's be real. Anyone can say, I love you. But real love is proven in consistency, effort, and respect. If her actions constantly contradict her words, she doesn't value you. She values your availability. She likes knowing you're there. She likes knowing she can have you when she wants. But she doesn't value you enough to show up with the same energy you give. Transition. Never listen to what people say. Watch what they do. Actions are the only true language of love. Behavior number 3. She emotionally withdraws but still keeps you around. Narrator. You can feel this one, deep in your guts. It's when she's physically there, but emotionally gone. She's not as affectionate anymore. Conversations become shorter. The laughter fades. You start feeling like a stranger to someone who once made you feel alive. This happens when emotional connection turns into emotional detachment. She's already disconnected in her heart, but she keeps you around, maybe for comfort, validation, or convenience. And here's the painful psychology behind it. When people stop valuing you, they often won't let you go right away because they don't want to lose the attention, security, or ego boost you provide. You become what psychologists call a safety net. Narrator, gentle but serious. You deserve to be a priority, not a placeholder. You deserve emotional presence, not emotional absence. If she's staying in your life but giving you the bare minimum, it's time to question why. Transition. Because sometimes The hardest truth to accept is that the person you love may already be halfway out the door, emotionally. Behavior. Number 4. She constantly tests your boundaries. Narrator. When a woman truly values you, she naturally respects your limits. But when she doesn't, she'll start testing them. She might flirt with other men to see how you react. She might push your emotional buttons, ignore your feelings, mock your opinions, or dismiss your concerns, just to gauge how much disrespect you'll tolerate. It's a subtle form of power testing, and once she realizes she can cross your boundaries without consequences, she loses respect. Psychologically, this is how dominance and attraction shift in relationships. When one person keeps tolerating disrespect, the dynamic becomes unbalanced. She becomes the leader, you become the follower. And love doesn't survive long when power replaces respect. Narrator, calm but firm. If you want to reclaim your value, stop explaining your worth. Start enforcing it. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. Transition. And when you stop allowing disrespect, the people who truly care will adjust. The ones who don't will leave. And that's a blessing, not a loss. Behavior number 5. She's no longer afraid to lose you. Narrator. When a woman values you, she shows it through care, attention, and consistency. But when she stops valuing you, something changes in her eyes. She stops trying. She stops nurturing the connection. And most importantly, she stops fearing the possibility of losing you. That's the final stage of emotional detachment. When she no longer fears losing you, she's already mentally prepared for life without you. She may still be there physically, but her heart's already gone. You'll feel it in the silence, in the distance, in the lack of warmth. And the hardest thing for a good man to accept is realizing he can't force someone to care. You can't prove your worth to someone who refuses to see it. Narrator, slowly, emotionally. Sometimes the most powerful act of self-respect is walking away, not in anger, but in peace. Because when you walk away from someone who doesn't value you, you make space for someone who truly will. Conclusion. What to do if you see these signs? Narrator. If you recognized these behaviors in someone you care about, take a breath. You're not weak for loving. You're not foolish for trying. You're human. But from this moment forward, stop chasing people who make you feel like you're too much or not enough. Value is not about begging to be seen. It's about walking in such quiet strength that people realize your worth when you're gone. Here's what you need to do next. Reclaim your boundaries. Stop giving unlimited access to someone who gives limited effort. Shift your focus inward, heal, grow, and build your self-respect again. Because confidence built on self-control lasts longer than any attention from others. Don't try to win her back. If she truly values you, she'll notice your absence. If she doesn't, you've just freed yourself from emotional prison. Narrator, calm voice. And remember, silence is power, distance is clarity, and walking away is self-love in motion. Final message, Stoic reflection. Narrator, Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one, so stop trying to convince her of your worth. Start embodying it, because when you value yourself, the wrong people fade away and the right ones naturally appear." Pause. Soft music fades in. If this message spoke to your heart, give this video a like, not just for the algorithm, but as a promise to yourself that from today, you'll never settle for half love again. Subscribe if you believe in self-respect, strength, and emotional freedom. And share this with someone who needs to hear it tonight. because every man deserves to be valued, not for what he gives, but for who he truly is.